Stop scrolling. What if I told you your brain has already seen the next few seconds? Before they happen, you felt it. You walk into a room. Everything suddenly feels familiar. Then it hits you. Someone opens their mouth. And before they speak, you already know the exact words they're about to say. Not almost. Not close. That's not supposed to be possible. Because you've never been here before. So why does your brain act like it's replaying a memory from the future? By the end of this video, you'll discover why millions of people experience this strange glitch, and why the real explanation is even creepier than the mystery itself. Welcome to Reality Bugs, where we prove every single week that your brain is basically a $2 calculator running a $1 trillion operating system. And today, we're opening the hood, because your entire life, it's full of glitches, tiny cracks where reality slips for half a second. And once you see them, you can't unsee them. Stick around, because glitch number 4 gets disturbing. Let's start with the one you just experienced. But here's the actual theory. Your brain has 2 jobs happening at once. Job 1, experience the moment. Job 2, file that moment into memory. Normally, Job 2 happens after Job 1. You live it, then you remember it. But sometimes, there's a lag, a tiny delay, and your brain files the memory while you're still experiencing it. So by the time you consciously catch up, the moment already feels old, like a rerun. It's not a message from the universe. It's not proof of a past life. It's your memory system tripping over its own shoelaces. Fun fact, déjà vu happens more when you're tired or stressed, which means every college student pulling an all-nighter is basically living in a haunted house made of exhaustion. Okay, that one's spooky cute. The next one is spookier. The dress that broke. A photo of a dress went viral. Half of America saw it as blue and black. The other half swore it was white and gold. Friends fought. Families fought. Somebody's Thanksgiving got ruined over a dress. Here's the twist. Nobody was lying. Nobody was colorblind. Your brain doesn't just see color. It guesses color based on the lighting it assumes is in the room. If your brain assumed the photo was lit by daylight, it subtracted the blue, and you saw white and gold. If it assumed indoor lighting, it saw the real colors, blue and black. Same photo, same pixels, 2 completely different realities. Inside 2 different skulls. Which raises a bigger question we're going to come back to later. If 2 people can look at the exact same thing and see something different, how do you know your reality matches anyone else's? Hold that thought, filing it under disturbing for later. Your phone is vibrating. It isn't. You feel your phone buzz in your pocket. You check it. Nothing. No notification. No call. Nothing. This is called phantom vibration syndrome. And yes, it's a real studied thing. Some surveys found the majority of college students and young professionals experience it regularly. Here's why it happens. Your brain is constantly scanning your body for signals it expects. And your thigh muscles? They twitch randomly all day. Tiny, normal spasms nobody notices. But your brain has been trained hard to associate buzz near pocket with check phone immediately. So it takes a random muscle twitch and mislabels it as a notification. Basically, your nervous system has a Pavlov's dog problem. Except the dog is you. And the bell is Instagram. We did this to ourselves. Evolution didn't build your brain for notifications. We hijacked ancient pay attention to danger wiring and pointed it at a group chat. Same alarm system. Different century. Change blindness. The scene just swapped and you didn't notice. Okay, here's the one that gets disturbing. There's a famous psychology experiment. A stranger stops someone on the street to ask for directions. While they're talking, 2 people carrying a large door walk directly between them. And behind that door, stick figure B, the one asking for directions, gets swapped. With a completely different person. Different height. Different clothes. Different voice. And in the original study, roughly half the people didn't notice. They just kept giving directions. To a stranger. Your brain doesn't record the world like a camera. It builds a rough sketch, fills in gaps with assumptions, and only renders full detail on the tiny part you're focused on. Everything outside that spotlight. Your brain is basically guessing. Autofilling it. Like a text message autocorrect for your entire visual world. So next time someone says, "I'd never miss something like that," they're wrong. Statistically, so are you. Sleep paralysis. When the body forgets to wake up with you. Every night, your body does something genuinely wild. When you dream, Your brain temporarily shuts off the signal to your muscles. Why? So you don't physically act out your dreams and punch your roommate. Good system. Smart system. The glitch happens when your mind wakes up, before the switch flips back on. You're conscious. You can see the room. You cannot move a single muscle. And here's the part that made this a worldwide horror story for centuries. Many people, in that exact frozen state, report feeling like something is in the room with them. Scientists think it's your brain's threat detection system misfiring. Since you're half dreaming and half awake, your mind fills the gap with the scariest possible explanation. Cultures across the entire planet, completely disconnected from each other, describe almost the exact same experience. A shadow, a weight on the chest, a presence, same glitch. Every continent, every century, which means humans have been having the exact same nightmare, on repeat, since before written history. Okay, deep breath. Time for the theory. The what if? Is reality even rendering you correctly? Now, quick disclaimer before we go here. This next part is not a scientific fact. It's a fun what if, the kind late-night dorm room conversations are built on. But stick with me. We just proved your brain doesn't record reality. It predicts reality. It builds a cheap, fast, low-resolution sketch of the world and only fills in real detail where you're actually paying attention. Sound familiar? It's the exact same trick video games use. Render only what the player is looking at. Don't waste power on the rest. So here's the what if. What if déjà vu isn't a memory bug at all? What if it's the moment reality has to re-render a scene it wasn't ready for yet? What if change blindness isn't your brain missing details? What if the world genuinely changed, and it's just polite enough to blur the edit for you? Again, no scientist is claiming this is real. This is a thought experiment, not a theory. But it's a fun one to sit with at 2 a.m. Because if your entire experience of reality is just a fast, cheap prediction engine running behind your eyes, how would you ever know the difference between the real world and a really good guess? The disturbing final thought. So here's where that leaves us. You don't remember the past perfectly. You don't see color the same as the person next to you. You feel phones buzz that were never there. You miss people swapping right in front of your face. And once a night, your own body locks you inside your skull. That's not 5 separate weird facts. That's a pattern. Your brain isn't showing you the world. It's showing you its best guess about the world, fast, cheap, mostly accurate. Just accurate enough to keep you alive long enough to have kids. That's it. That's the whole design spec. Evolution never needed to give you true reality. It only needed to give you a version convincing enough to survive Tuesday. So next time déjà vu hits, or you feel a phantom buzz, or you swear something in the room just shifted, don't ask, is this real? Ask, which version of real am I currently running? If your brain just short-circuited a little, good. That means it's working. Subscribe so next week's glitch can ruin your sleep schedule too.